Okay, so um tonight uh I I first just want to see so all of your references are graded. All if somebody has a partner and only one of you submitted to the Dropbox, you both have to submit it to the Dropbox, even though they're the same references. You both have to submit the same references to the Dropbox. Um, so that's an easy fix, and then you get full credit. Um, I did ask some questions, and I know that some of you submitted the references, and then we kind of talked independently and refined your topic, and that's okay. Um, the uh, the other thing is, I gave you all grades for your article critique. Um, I think I think my only question that I repeated a number of times was basically um, if the article said that the findings were not significant, um, then I'm wondering, did you want to use that article in your lit review? So if like the findings aren't significant, is it worth including? I mean, the concept of some of the articles was good. I think they were all good concepts. My only thing is like if it says like if it runs a survey and everything else, the most you can really say about it in your lit review is that the results are inconclusive. And you can put that in, but it's not like a whole page you want to include because you should write about things that are conclusive. Um, you can put it in your section of the things that even though it's inconclusive, it's not that it doesn't work, but you can put it in that section. Things that people have tried that may not work. Even if it's inconclusive, you can write it's inconclusive and include it in that section. Um, and then there were a couple that surprised me. So the one on the difference between the old DSM and the new DSM and autism spectrum, like I was under the impression that there were more diagnoses as a result of the change, that it moved from autism to autism spectrum disorder. And then I thought about it, and I'm guessing your article was just on infants or toddlers, which is much harder to diagnose. Um, so there may be more overall, but fewer in that age group. I don't really know the answer, but that's one that surprised me that there are actually fewer with the DSM change from 4TR to 5. Um, but yeah, so any questions about any of my comments, or everybody got full credit? I just made some suggestions, really. There weren't any real problems. APA for the references, that was probably a problem if anybody didn't do that. But other than that, any questions? All right. Um, so uh just to make sure, I'm going to send out a reminder anyway. But Dr. Gruber gave us permission to have recorded lectures next Thursday because it's Halloween. I know a lot of people have kids, including me. Um, but yeah, so yes. Oh, 2 weeks. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So 2 weeks, 2 weeks. So whenever Halloween is, it's going to be It's going to be recorded lectures. And I'm also going to set up times where if you need help, if you had a problem or something like that with your lit review, um, you know, you can set an appointment with me, and we'll work through it together. Uh, so, all right. Um, let's see what else. Yeah, let's look at the calendar a second. Bum, bum. Yeah, so it's exactly 2 weeks, 31st, 2 weeks. Okay. I'm glad you caught that. Um, all right. So the next question is, and let me look at the syllabus. Okay, we are on week 8, and yeah, next week is week 9. And then so week 10 would be Halloween. So week 9, originally the lit review was due, uh, but I am going to move that to the end of the month because I know some people changed their topics, and it might just take you a little longer because you changed the topics after you did the references. So yeah, but that's okay. I think so I think we'll just give you an extra week. Week 10, October 31st, put them in the Dropbox. So and the same thing with the article review. If you have a partner, you both had to upload that. Um, so in order for me to give you a grade, something has to be present in the Dropbox, even if it's the same thing as your partner did. So it's the same thing with the lit review. If you have a partner, you both have to upload the lit review. Um, all right. So week 10, October 31st, literature review is due. Um, that gives us, so we have basically 2 weeks after tonight. And I'm happy if you're struggling with maybe research or finding the right things for each of those 4 questions. Um, yeah, just make an appointment and we'll talk about it, you know. This class is not like the full 2 hours because a lot of times I'll stop recording. We'll either go over the references, I'll give some recommendations. It's not worth recording that. But you know, I have plenty of time to help you with your lit review. The same thing. So after you turn in your lit review at the end of October, um, we are going to spend. So I'll give a normal lecture chapter on the book. We'll go over the rest of the assignment we'll work through the rest of the assignment for the final paper, model, uh, and presentation. But um, but after we do that, we're gonna stop recording, and whoever is here either on Zoom or face to face, we're actually going to edit your lit reviews together. And I think that's a worthwhile experience. You get to help one another. I like experiential classes. I like students working together on the projects. And by the end, you know, of 2 or 3 classes, everybody will have an edited lit review that you don't have to, you know, work on yourselves. Um, and you will be pretty sure that if you hand in that lit review in your final paper, it's good to go. Um, So that's the plan. You hand that in last day of October, and then for 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it takes, we're going to um, edit them. So if you're watching this recording and you're asynchronous, so you don't come to the Zoom class on Zoom and you don't come face to face, you should probably make an appointment. It doesn't have to be during this class time, it could be during my office hours. I'll make another time, arrange another time, but we should go through your lit review together so we can edit it a bit. And I'm perfectly willing to do that with you. That way, it's correct, and you'll get full credit for that final paper. Um, okay. So, any questions about our timeline for the lit review? Just moved it up a week, October 31st. October 31st, you're just going to watch a recording of my lectures, and you're going, You're also going to make appointments with me if you need to work on the lit review or any other part of the paper. You can make an appointment with me. So, any questions about that? All right. Let's see. Yeah. So let's go on to the lecture.